Hello and welcome back to the final segment of Cox Community Connection. Well, we're going to take a little trip back in time now and talk about an event coming to the Emerald Coast in the later stages of the month of January. Joining me to talk about that is Yvonne Freeman. She is with United Way with the Board of Directors and the Marketing Committee. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
Well, let's talk about the event that the United Way has coming to the Emerald Coast here in about a month or so. Tell us a little bit about what's in store.
It's a fantastic event. This particular event is going to take place in the 50s. As you mentioned, we're going to step back in time. This is an annual fundraiser for the United Way, and every year we've been changing the decade. Mm-hmm. Last year, I believe, if you'll remember, it was the 40s. We had some folks here all dressed in character, and today I'm dressed as the 50s. And we're going to pattern it after a sock hop, and it'll be a giant sock hop, and it'll take place at the Sandestin Hilton Golf Resort and Spa.
What is the date for this year's event?
This is January 23rd, and it will start at 6:30.
So let's talk about the event a little bit. As you mentioned, last year was the 40s. We had the big band, and it had the dance contest, and everybody had a great time. It was a fun event. What is in store for this year? What you mentioned the sock hop, but what can people expect when they show up at the Hilton?
People can expect, again, we'll have our celebrity community dancers. This year we're very blessed with 3 outstanding dancers who have already committed. We've got a couple more that we're kind of putting the screws to. I could say their name on TV and embarrass them a little bit, but I won't.
Kind of poke them a little bit more to say yes.
Yep. We have Peggy Brockman with Brockman Enterprises, Crystal Boyles with Emerald Coast Aviation, and Andy Mahoney with White Wilson Medical Center. Now they're going to be dressed in character also and dancing up a storm, and Andy Mahoney's been tap dancing up to the age of 21.
Oh, so she already has a head start.
She has a head start. So folks, you might want to get out there and get those sponsors under your belt, because Andy's got some professional experience.
Yeah, that's almost cheating a little bit.
I think we're going to make her do a little side dance of tap dancing.
Absolutely. Now, do they get training though before this? Do they get to work with a local dance studio?
They're very blessed. Fred Astaire has been so good to us over the years. They each year pair off with a celebrity dancer and work very diligently, many hours, to prepare for the show on the 23rd.
Yeah, unfortunately, if they were trying to train me, it would take more than many hours, many decades to get me dancing right.
Well, I can speak from experience. My husband and I actually did it as a couple the first year that we had this celebrity dance-off, and it was so much fun. And Fred Astaire, they're amazing. I mean, they truly are professionals, and you see the years of experience and the TV experience that they have, and they teach you how to position yourself and hold your head, and I mean, we were amazed. And so I can honestly say a big thank you to them for all the time and effort they put in with the dancers.
Absolutely. And again, we mentioned already last year with the 40s, we had the big band.
Yes.
What's in store for the music this year?
Oh, lots of fabulous 50s songs. So I think they're going to pull out all the stops. You're going to hear Chubby Checker. You're going to see some pretty fancy dancing.
And I think if I remember right, it's Diamond Dan.
Diamond Dan is going to be our
very
DJ.
Popular DJ here in town. So that's great to have him on board. So people at home watching now who want to take part, or businesses at home that want to get involved, how can they do that? They
can absolutely do that. They can do that by sponsoring a table for $900 as a business, or as an individual, you can buy a $100 ticket and come, as an individual or as a couple. We'd love to have you however you want to come and participate, because again, this is a fundraiser for United Way and all of its agencies.
Well, and let's kind of talk about that again before we're done. I want to go back to that. That you just mentioned, but if people do want to buy the tickets, how do they go about doing that?
They contact United Way. They can call United Way directly at 243-0315, and anyone there can help them with tickets.
And you mentioned this is a fundraiser for United Way, one of the biggest of the year.
Correct.
That United Way has. Why is it so important for, I guess, United Way to have these fundraisers? What kind of programs do they offer to the community, or do they help other organizations offer to the community? Why should people want to get involved with this event?
Well, as most people know, United Way is an umbrella fundraising arm for numerous agencies, dozens and dozens of agencies, almost 40 agencies in the community benefit from United Way. So the more people obviously that come out and support this event, the more agencies and programs that we can in turn support. And that's everything from elderly, children, families, homeless, abuse, you name it, across the board. United Way helps those agencies, and we're very proud of the work that they do.
And as you mentioned, that's over 40 different agencies. In some way or another, we're all touched by those agencies. We know somebody, grandma, mom, dad, friend, neighbor.
One in four, actually. 1 in 4. And of course, these agencies reach across Okaloosa and Walton counties.
Absolutely right. Right. The United Way services both counties. Well, Yvonne, thank you so much for being my guest today. I really appreciate it. And good luck with the event this year, and hope to see you out there doing the sock hop for all the fun times on the Nifty 50's on January 23rd.
Yes, sir, at 6:30 at the Sandestin Hilton.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
I appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us this month on Cox Community Connection. Join us next month as we talk about more events in Escambia and Okaloosa counties.
Thanks for watching the Cox Community Connection. Join us next month when we highlight other organizations, events, and people from around our local community.